Virgo, general message, general information, right? Disclaimer, trigger warning. Only apply the message if the information that comes through rings a bell. If it doesn't ring a bell, I suggest just don't view the rest of the video. I mean, unless you're open to hear what comes through, because select information could be support, could be for you, right? But disclaimer and trigger warning. So, what's coming through is you released yourself from a contract or person, an environment. However, there's still some form of ties that's coming through. You're leveling up in different areas in your life, personal improvement, even. The 28th could be significant. Sabotage was and is expected by an individual that has been trying to latch on. I also am sensing that individuals try to have some kind of tracker on you, deposit some kind of plant something in your food, in your home, on your vehicle. For some, right, this is what's coming through. It's very precise, or this is for some or someone. This is more like if you're in an environment that was high in energy. There's a lot of fast situations, occurrences, and it was all plots for a reason to have you wrapped in that, right? Occupied, okay, is what's coming through. That's why you experience certain lifestyles, because individuals were ongoing trying to, I feel like, more involved than you would expect. Individuals that work in government and legal settings, in churches and hospitals, it's throughout the rankings. Individuals, their intent, ultimately their intent obviously is for a win, a gain. They want favor, they want to be favored. And these individuals that have despised innocent individuals, target innocent individuals, will never receive favor. No matter what actions they take or think of taking, they will never receive favor. So it's very questionable to why individuals would think they will receive some form of favor. Some are assuming if they switch up, they're going to receive favor. It's like you were part of this conjuring settings. You were part of it. You were a partaker. You know, so partake in the consequences. We have parent that's in reverse. So individuals want to come in as if they're caring, nurturing. They are not. They're a false light. There could be trans. They could be transferring over their clothing, their wardrobe. They're in flight mode. You know, the fight or flight? They're in flight mode. They're on the run. Individuals are on the run, relocating without communication. This is that energy. Also, for some individuals that you know of, Virgo, that are trying to run away from their doing or their responsibility, they're in flight mode. They're making decisions to relocate without informing you, without communication, right? Yeah, also laugh now, laugh later came through. Okay, ascending. Individuals are ascending. There's Ram and Aries energy here. Ascending, laugh now, laugh later. Someone's anticipating a win. Heterosexual and tied. Also, I feel like someone that's in flight mode is anticipating a win. Like they're trying to prepare themselves for a win over you at the detriment to you. That they're, whatever they're doing is thought to be done in secret. Yeah, trying to keep a trail or make a trail against you is what's coming through. This is what they did or what they are trying to do. Okay, they could live near water or be moving closer to water, like a lake, stream, ocean. Someone's relocating closer to water. Okay. Yeah, like it could be like countryside. There's like a stream. Like I mentioned, stream, right? Like it's like a stream. They have a stream nearby. Or when it rains a lot, a stream could form in their regional area. Okay, 14 and 15 could be of significance. Number 8 also in 28. Doll face and scent. There's something significant about your face, your scent also. For some of you Virgos, you could be detoxing and noticing a difference in scent, but that's good. Like that's a good detox. Like that's good, right? Obviously, that's good for you. So yeah, continue to get those toxins out. Also, your intake is supportive for that. Even if the moment, like no one wants to be smelly, right? Even if the moment, like there's a little smell different than the norm. You know what I'm saying? You're detoxing. Okay, motivate and chosen. The motivate is essential. Mind you, the motivate is the only card that is white. Well, it's the golden card, and it's in the central of the whole read. So I already pulled these out, but I didn't do it on camera just to save time. But these are all what came out on the spread, and then there's also more to be spoken on. So hold on. So also what's coming through is there's a uniqueness about your style that individual has been trying to limit and still. I'm hearing limit and / still. So it's very interesting. Like individuals are really targeting for attention. They want to be honored, favored. Like I'm saying, right? It was coming through an entry, like individuals wanted to be favored. So they were doing specifics to get the attention, a recognition, right? Individuals only operate by what they see, right? So if for example, say we have an audience, or so say you have an audience, right? Viewers, say you have an audience. Individuals will only see what you provide them, right? They don't know what's going on in your life day to day, or how you got there, or what you did to get to that point. Whether it was not good to get to that point or good to get to that point. Like they don't know all the experience, the ups and downs and all arounds that you experienced to get to that point. So they're only gonna base their perception. They could only base their perception of you by what you provide them. And that's the case. Many individuals have been providing a persona, right? A lifestyle. But individuals don't know what they've done or been doing to get that. So some individuals are being respected and honored when they don't deserve to. Others are getting a lot of attention, and individuals don't even appreciate. They can't even really truly cherish those individuals because they don't know the full backstory of them, right? So it's like on both sides, there's always that behind the backstory of an individual, behind the scenes, right? I would say, rest is essential. There's going to be a lot of illumination in the time of rest, Virgo. You're also going to be provided a sense, even a sensation during your resting periods. Okay. 3/4 could be of significance, or 3/4 even could be of significance. Okay. Latch, click, attire. Someone's trying to latch on through someone's clothes, even. Someone's doing some kind of spell practices, rituals with someone's clothing, or they've stolen clothes or somehow been able to obtain clothes of a person of a Virgo, but fit as you need to, in order to practice some kind of ritual or plant. And it's also in the energy of planting some property, to have someone tied, you or another tied to them or to some kind of scene. So something to reality and creative. Virgo, you're fully in your reality, and you like to express that your form of reality. So always know that like you're in your form of reality. Others only comprehend you as far as they can, right? Others are only going to be able to comprehend another as far as they're willing to, even, so you express yourself as you do throughout your experiences, your phases. It's not so much on you to explain for others your views, your thinking, right? Your reasoning, your beliefs. It's for others to embrace. We are for others to embrace. Okay, there is some information left unsaid. Okay, Moreno and average resources. There's resources that are trying to be controlled over. Okay, I'm seeing the laugh now, cry later also in the deck showing through. So, individual that obviously that's how it goes. Some individuals are laughing now and then they'll be crying later. Some individuals are laughing now, they'll be laughing later. Some individuals are laughing now and laughing later, but I don't feel like that's so much like in its truth. Like they could be in another state of mind. They're in another like phase, I want to say, like out of mind kind of energy for someone who has been trying to get over with this Aries energy. It could be someone that's trying to overpower another or change another's fate. That individual is the one who is like not going to be favorable at some point in time, and they don't realize it now. We have here the Nine of Cups and the Moon energy here coming through. There's a lot of appreciation, celebration, comfort, satisfaction coming through. Laugh now, cry later. Pertaining to your emotions, you could be experiencing liberation or validation. You could be having a lot of validation come to mind in your support, in your guide support. Other individuals is what's coming through is fluctuating to be of support. What more for Virgo? On the 8th, there could have been some downloads that came in for you on the 8th. Review your pictures and notes on the 8th, or during August could have been. Review that. Go back and like your photos, your notes, your texting, your phone calls, and your locations. Go back into where you were during the month of August and on the 8th. I feel like every 8th, look into every 8th. There could be some like answer there for you. We have here the Daughter of Swords and then the Father of Pentacles on that motivate flight mode. Virgo, you could be on the precipice. There's something of mind. You're on the precipice of it. You're like, right there. So continue on. Daughter of Pentacles. You could be challenging a father figure or a father or an older sibling. The Hierophant. You could be challenging a father for rights, for truth, some form of rights, yeah. We have here the Sun and then the Two of Pentacles showing through. Financials are going to be improving, Virgo. Be sure you're getting rest. Okay, mind you, even if you have Virgo placements, the message could be of support if it is, if you're open to information, and if you could, apply the information to you, your life, your perspective. Okay. We have here the Six of Cups. Rooted. I feel for a feminine, you could be very rooted, very fixed, very firm on your stance. So age could be questioned, youth could be questioned, someone's intellect could be questioned, someone's genetics could be questioned. Someone's genetics could have been being studied since birth. Ace of Cups, the water, the life of an individual has been being studied. I know how information applies for me. Y'all gotta know how it applies for y'all. Because I'm able to grasp from every message. I'll tell you, I'm able to grasp from every message for my benefit. From every zodiac. Okay, we have here the Father of Wands, because I did review all my videos. That way I could be provided from the downloads myself. We have the Son of Pentacles on the Six of Cups, Father of Pentacles, Two of Cups. There could be a challenge of individuals that are operating by their firmness. Something about genetics too. There could be family matter, like threes, male earth sign, female earth sign, and a older figure earth sign, father figure. It's as if the father figure is watching the son. The sun's on Chosen, 8, Six of Cups, flight mode, doll face. The son was chosen, was and is chosen, has a calling. The father figure's been watching that. The daughter is watching the father is watching the son. Interesting. The father has oftentimes, you could have experiences, Virgo. This is towards the female. A father figure oftentimes have been trying to pour into a daughter figure, but it's the daughter figure sees clearly of what this father has been trying to do. There's a lot of towers. There's a lot of disruption with the offers or investments that they've been applying to this young woman. Okay, no matter the age, you could be young woman 30, young woman 40, but if you're younger than the father figure, elder, grandpa, uncle, someone's older than you and they're older than this male figure here. The daughter is with the Tower, the Hermit, the Two of Cups, where the parent is in reverse, trans, and long hair. So this daughter could have long hair or always had long hair. The daughter could have cut their hair to release the attachments that were. The daughter could have a ritual to release during their cutting hair. The Wheel of Fortune is with the Sun on attire and swagger, how you have a unique style to you, creativity, essence, very illuminating, very creative, newness. This is the newness. And then what's here? The Seven of Swords that is coming here. Right on to the Wheel of Fortune. So like I'm saying, individuals have been trying to mask, embody, trick. There's a lot of fuckery going on. This is to fool others into their direction, trying to embody, cipher others' energies, creativity, their essence. If they could keep an individual hidden, they could be viewed as that individual as long as they're behaving and trying to cipher. Yeah, I'm getting from the Hocus Pocus. You know how they were like sucking the life out of that little girl in the chair? That's what these individuals were doing. If they could keep it hidden, right? They were trying to hide that little girl. Okay? What's coming through, and the whole time that little girl was going after her brother to find her brother. I'm hearing her, Zachary Binks, Zachary Binks. They had a very obviously they were like in a ghost-like state at the end when they showed them, but there was a illumination about them. There was a target of them, right, by those witches in this story. Individuals that were aiming, not just aiming, but they were misusing their power, right? Everyone has a sense of power, their position. So those individuals were misusing their position. Of course, it's according to the movie, and I'm not against witches or those that claim to be witches, right? It's now I'm against, if it's against humanity, I'm against, acts of against humanity. Okay, if it's not equally yoked, there's not a proper exchange, and I'm against that. Okay, so it doesn't matter what someone calls themselves, because people identify as so much, right? So many definitions these days, and it's always been, but just to put that out there. Okay, there's a Father of Wands here also on this Ace of Cups ascending. So this Father of Wands is on the ascending realm. Okay, you could be summoning your passion, your strength, your creativity. Virgo. The individual could be watching you, your cups, what's flowing to you, what's flowing from you. How and why. They're more intrigued of, these are all upright. This is upright. These are all in reverse. They shot over in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles, how you are as you are. So what's coming through is the Hangman energy, however it's in reverse. The Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil in reverse, the Strength in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. One of the Six of Wands. So it's like there was contracts being hidden, or you could have been in a contract secretly due to these malicious acts of others. It was not like you were being malicious, but it was like you were being strategic and still living, experiencing life, right? Entering into contracts because individuals were trying to provide you faulty contracts, washed up, watered down, or diluted, tampered with. You could have been someone that's always going after your own because what individuals provide you is not safe. You go after yours. Like if I provide it to me, it's safe. What I provide me is safe. The other Six of Wands coming through. And so mind you, this one is the Seven of Swords, which is in the cocoon stage, right? This is the Six of Wands out. After that cocoon done, it transformed, that caterpillar done transform out. So regardless of what individuals have been saying and doing in preparation, you are destined to come out of their projection. Their projection and their intent. I'm getting that movie vibe. What is it? The Villager, where there was like these created beasts, right, in the village, and they were keeping people like limited in that community. People were scared, so people were taken to a location where they started building a community, semi like the Amish, right? But so since birth, like only like the elders knew about it, but the birth. So you could be someone that has been involved in a cult or brought up in a cult or cult community without realizing it, because it's all that others are operating by. So it's just like that's the norm, right? You could probably even be amazed by how that is, or how that was. But yeah, in that movie, So they took their children to a location where then they started raising their children, right? So and in type of lifestyle. So their children only knew what they provided them, right? And they had even education, like everything, right? And so their legal systems were managed by them, right? Their food systems were managed by them. Their religious practices were created by them, right? They were all, you gotta see that movie. You gotta just see that movie, okay? It's The Village. I wanna say it was The Village. Where's that phone? What up? So let me show you the clip. Let me see. Hold up, maybe.
We have always had, since the day we settled here,
Disclaimer.
a gentle understanding with the creatures who live beyond our borders. We do not stray into their woods. They do not come into our village. I have always pictured them in some ways as our protectors. They have allowed us to live here, nestled amongst them in this untouched place. By the markings we find this morning on our homes,
Disclaimer, trigger warning.
I feel they were warning us. We may question ourselves at moments such as these. Did we make the right decision to settle here? I fear our days of peace are over.
Disclaimer. This is the movie The Village.
You are fearless in a way that I shall never know.
Okay, but yeah, that's called The Village. 2004 came out. 43% Rotten Tomato of viewers. So yeah, go and look it up. I'll say, not just look it up, but go see the movie. Good actors and actresses, I'll say. But yeah, so I was like 13, 14 when it came out. But yeah, I get in a sense that this is what's also going on right now in someone's life. Also, you're capable to get through any phase, any experience. Just apply yourself. Okay, stand in your power and your beliefs. You know, pull your energy, pull yourself together. Whether you're a Virgo or not, okay? But know that these individuals obviously trying to enact their power over, right? And this is also what's going on in the world. Like, all that's going on in like politics is with reason to have control over others, right? They're creating all kinds of reports, propaganda to put a narrative out there in order to have laws approved or in place, or trying to like overwrite structures, legal structures. Okay, they will not succeed. They're going to do what they can as long as they can, but as long as we're standing in our power and our truth, they won't be able to do more than. Now, times are getting where individuals are really acting out. So we do got to be very cautious. Okay, we do got to be very cautious, and not just times, but it's been leading up to these times, is what I'm saying. So individuals have been acting out a character and doing much in order to try to maintain some sense of dominance over, or maintain their ground, and their ground benefits off of others, really. Okay, we have here the Son of Cups coming through, and the Daughter of Cups. Wow, as a closing. Okay, so individuals will be coming together in collaboration and support and unity. Okay, and it's not so much a race thing, it's a humanity thing, it's a survival factor, not just a thing, it's a survival factor. Okay, but that's what I have for you, Virgo, as of right now. Okay, let spirit be your guide. Okay, work with your common sense and focus. Okay, we have here beauty, and we have here trust and thrive as you will. Okay, Virgo, you reflect your company reflects you, right? If you're not able to embrace the world as you would like, look at your world. Okay, look at your environment. Okay, look at how you're adding into the world. How are you the partaker? Okay, because we desperately and been needing others, everyone to step in as partaker of our world, our community, our states and countries. Because baby, look how it's been. I mean, because that certain people are stepping in those certain shoes, those certain mannerisms. So that's why it is as it is been. But it's not going to remain. And the more individuals are active, the less that will be. That's what I have for you. Take care. Peace be. Ciao.